Everyone talks about Isla Nublar, the park, the tourists, the chaos. But few know the truth about its darker twin, Isla Sorna, where nightmares were born. Long before Jurassic Park opened its gates, Isla Sorna was already alive. Here, deep in the jungle, dinosaurs weren't just created. They were manufactured, tested, and abandoned. This wasn't a park built for wonder. It was a laboratory built for control and failure. Every roar, every shadow, every creature that escaped, it all began here. Because Isla Sorna wasn't just another island, it was the factory of monsters. But what if I told you, the monsters never really left? The beginning of Site B. Before the world ever saw the gates of Jurassic Park, InGen had already built something far more secret, far more dangerous. It was called Isla Sorna, codenamed Site B. Hidden deep within the Five Deaths archipelago, this island wasn't designed for tourists. It was designed for creation. Here, genetic scientists worked around the clock, splicing DNA, filling gaps with modern animal genes, and pushing nature beyond its limits. This was the true birthplace of every dinosaur that ever walked through Jurassic Park's gates. Eggs were artificially fertilized in sterile labs. Embryos were monitored inside sealed containment pods. Hatchlings grew in massive paddocks. Their every move recorded, tested, and analyzed. Once stable, the healthy specimens were shipped to Isla Nublar, the show island. But Site B wasn't clean. For every success story like the T-Rex or Velociraptor, there were dozens of unseen horrors. Failed embryos, unstable hybrids, and species that mutated faster than scientists could control. Some dinosaurs suffered from rapid aging, dying within weeks. Others developed aggressive instincts that couldn't be tamed. And when InGen's funding started to collapse, many of these projects were simply abandoned. On Isla Sorna, creation had no rules and no witnesses. It was science without restraint, where ambition overshadowed morality, and the result, an island teeming with creatures that were never meant to exist. The catastrophe. After the 1993 Jurassic Park disaster on Isla Nublar, everything changed for InGen. Investors pulled out, the world turned silent, and the dream of bringing dinosaurs back to life became a global nightmare. But while the world was watching Nublar burn, something far worse was happening on its sister island, Isla Sorna. Massive tropical storms swept through the island, tearing down fences, destroying power grids, and flooding the labs. Incubation pods cracked open, feeding systems failed, and the dinosaurs, once confined behind steel, suddenly found freedom. InGen scientists had no choice but to evacuate. They left everything, research data, equipment, and hundreds of living creatures behind. Some dinosaurs escaped their pens within hours. Others, trapped in flooded labs, mutated or starved before breaking loose. And among them were prototypes, experimental hybrids, crossbreeds that were never meant to see daylight. Without human control, chaos became the new law. Predators hunted unchecked. Herbivores migrated across the island in herds so massive they reshaped the jungle itself. For the first time since the Cretaceous, dinosaurs ruled an entire ecosystem, wild, uncontained, and pure. And as the last helicopter vanished over the horizon, one chilling truth remained. Nature had taken back what man tried to control. The Lost World Era. 4 years after the original park's collapse, Isla Sorna was no longer a laboratory. It had become something primal, an untamed world where evolution moved at full speed, and humans were no longer at the top of the food chain. By 1997, rumors began to spread. Strange sightings, enormous footprints on the beaches, roars echoing across the Pacific. InGen tried to keep it secret, but the truth never stays buried. Soon, 2 teams set foot on the island, one led by John Hammond's people, trying to document and protect the dinosaurs, and the other, a ruthless hunting squad sent to capture them for profit. What followed was pure chaos. The hunters thought they could control nature again, but Isla Sorna had its own rules. Raptors stalked them through the long grass, taking them one by one. A T-Rex family defended its young with terrifying rage, destroying vehicles and camps in minutes. The island had become a living nightmare, where every sound could mean death, and every shadow hid something with teeth. By the end, only one truth echoed through the jungle, the same lesson InGen refused to learn. You can't cage nature, because as Malcolm once said,
life will find a way.
The genetic horror zone. After the chaos of the Lost World, Isla Sorna should have been abandoned forever, but deep within its jungles, something else had already begun to grow. By the time Jurassic Park 3 takes place, the island wasn't just home to surviving dinosaurs. It had become a genetic horror zone. The fences were gone, the labs were silent, but InGen's experiments had left behind something far more dangerous. Hidden in the ruins, researchers once found broken incubation chambers, shattered vials, and strange embryo samples. Creatures that didn't match any known species. Some say these were failed hybrids, prototypes that never made it to Isla Nublar. And then came the Spinosaurus, a monster too powerful, too aggressive, and too different from anything InGen had officially created. It hunted T-Rexes, something no other predator dared to do. It swam like a crocodile, but roared like a nightmare. Fans have long theorized that the Spinosaurus wasn't natural at all, but rather the result of an unauthorized project codenamed Specimen 87. According to leaked reports, this creature's data was removed from InGen's official archives, erased as if someone didn't want it to exist. So the question remains, was the Spinosaurus just another dinosaur, or the first true hybrid, the missing link between Site B's science and the chaos of Jurassic World? The government cover-up. After the horrific events that unfolded on Isla Sorna, the Costa Rican and US governments took swift action. The entire island was declared off-limits, its coordinates erased from navigation charts, and military patrols were stationed around the region. Officially, Isla Sorna was uninhabited, but the truth, the government knew something still lived there. InGen, now under tight surveillance, was ordered to shut down all operations and hand over their research. Instead, they destroyed most of their data, burned lab records, and quietly moved what remained of their work to undisclosed facilities, locations rumored to be in remote parts of the Pacific. Every trace of Site B's existence was buried under layers of bureaucracy and classified reports. But technology has a way of revealing secrets. Even decades later, satellite imagery has detected unexplained heat signatures deep within Isla Sorna's jungle, large moving shapes, trails carved through dense forest, and the faint echo of something still alive. So if the island was truly abandoned, then who or what is still moving out there? The world decided Isla Sorna was abandoned. A closed chapter, a forgotten mistake. But the truth is, Site B was never shut down. It was simply erased from sight. This wasn't just where dinosaurs were born. It was where science lost its limits. Every ruined lab, every burned record stands as proof of how far humanity went trying to control nature. Isla Sorna didn't just create monsters. It revealed what happens when humans try to play God. And the result is always the same: chaos. Today, the island is silent, but in nature's history, silence has never meant empty, because some places aren't forgotten. They're just waiting. So the real question isn't what existed on Isla Sorna. The question is, did we actually learn from it, or are we destined to make the same mistake again?